So here we are around the planet for the month of March. I'm super excited to introduce and interview Michelle Tregoning, our Training and Development Manager for the Planet family. She does such an amazing job for all of our employees, and I really appreciate all the work that you do. Michelle, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself as far as what job did you start at, and then what is your current job, and how did it all evolve?
Well, what I love about this business is that it's family owned. So it's not a corporation, and you all hire from within. And so I'm a product of that, and I really appreciate it. I started off in sales. I never in a million years thought I would be in sales.
Really?
Never, yes. So my background is in education.
Okay.
And as we know, education doesn't pay that much.
That's true.
So I wanted to do something else. And I know Adam Beckman from outside of work.
Okay.
And he heard that I was looking for a new career. And he's like, well, would you want to come work for me selling cars? And I was like, no. Like, that sounds horrible. And those kind of people, oh, you can't trust them.
Right.
Because that was the experience I had when
Right.
purchasing a vehicle. Salespeople that you couldn't trust, they were just in it to, benefit them. Exactly, pushy. And he said, it's not like that. We're negotiation free. We're not pushy. It's a great family that we work for. And I was like, you know what, I might as well give it a try. But I told him, I said, I have no experience in sales. In fact, sales makes me uncomfortable. I didn't even like to help my students sell candy bars for charity type of thing.
Yeah.
So I started, and the first couple months, it was a little tough,
Yeah.
trying to figure out how to do this. And then something clicked, and I got really good at it.
Yeah.
And because of how we do business here at Planet, where it is negotiation free, there are no dealer handling fees. We get paid on the unit, not the price of the unit. So we get to actually be the advocate for people
Nice.
purchasing vehicles. We work for a great family.
Well, thank you.
And so I was able to make a lot of money selling vehicles, but also look at myself in the mirror, because I knew that we were doing it on the up and up.
Right.
Eventually, the position I'm in now became open, and I thought, well, heck yeah, let's try that.
Yeah.
So after about 3 years of selling and being really good at that, and then having the education background, you all decided to take a chance on me, and I really appreciate it.
Well, you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
And I think with our sales, I always think it's a heart to serve. If you truly have that heart to serve, and you really do want to find the right vehicle with the right person and have it be a good fit and take your time, it is a great feeling selling a car. It's like the second most expensive thing you'll ever buy. Your house usually, and then your car.
Absolutely.
So it's a big purchase, and I think we take it very serious. We don't just think slam them into a car.
Right.
It's like we want a relationship-based, client that will be a friend and use this.
Yeah, and you'll see that in the reviews that we get. As you know, so many people commenting like, "Oh, this was the best experience
Right.
ever in purchasing a vehicle." Oh, I loved working with so and so,
Right.
and we try to make it, because also it makes our job more fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's a win-win for everyone.
It is a win-win.
Yeah.
So what would you say the pros and cons were for sales versus now teaching and training?
Well, with sales, it was a lot of fun getting to the end of the month and doing really well and looking at your numbers and being like, oh, look how I did, woo. But then the end of the month ends, and now you're going to start all over again. And so sometimes there is that stress of that. But it is a lot of fun to also know that you have how much you want to make is up to you.
Exactly.
I mean, you can make as much as you want in this business.
That's true.
But what I really love about what I do now is that I can actually take these new people and teach them how to do that, which is a lot of fun.
Right.
And then they teach me too. Like I
Exactly.
tell people, I am learning each day.
Yeah.
I think
I
as
love
we all
that.
do, it's like as soon as you think you know it all, you
Of
don't
course.
know anything.
Yeah.
So I'm still trying to hone my craft.
Right.
I want them to be successful
Sure.
because I want them to be happy, and I want this company to thrive.
Right. Right.
But it's a lot of fun doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I get to meet a lot of new people coming in and then watch
You
them do
do.
well.
You know everybody. I mean, eventually, because everyone goes through the training, and you know everybody.
Yeah. It is
What
a
I-
lot of fun walking
yeah.
around. Hi,
Yeah.
hi, hi, hi.
And what I love about you is that you really do care.
I do.
And you follow up with them, 3 months, 6 months, or a year. Or I've heard you talk to some GMs, and they'll be like, maybe we could bring in this training for this individual person or for this group who maybe is struggling with a certain section of our business. So then you come back and retrain, and you really do care.
I do.
And I love that about you and our department.
I always tell the salespeople, I'm like, who do I work for? I work for you, because it
Yeah.
makes me so happy when they come in. And I know it sounds hokey. I get
No,
that.
it's true.
But it makes me happy when they come in.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, can we practice?
Right.
Yeah.
Work,
so.
walk, it's, do some action, play acting, and go through
Exactly.
everything.
And that's what it is. It's always about just sharpening your craft.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Because I think maybe the old car selling was a little bit easier, where it was just more slam. Versus we're not. We really want to take some time and interview the client. What are they really looking for? What can they really afford? What do they really need?
Yep.
And it takes some training. So I appreciate that you do that.
Thank you.
So
Well, I
thank you.
appreciate that you gave me the opportunity.
Well,
So.
very proud of you.
Thank you.
Now, on a personal level, I know a few things about you and your hobbies. Is there anything that you would like to share with the Planet family of some things that you're doing or you've done or hobbies?
I decided in the year of 24 to have this be the best year.
I love it.
Yep. The year prior, there were
The year of
struggles.
Michelle.
And yep. And so I'm doing some things that are stretching my my level of growing. So I'm learning piano
Okay.
and French.
Oh, I didn't know about the French.
Yes.
Seriously?
Yes. Mhm.
How'd you decide on that?
Because I'm going to Paris. Yes, and I thought that it would be a lot of fun to understand a little bit of the language. And so I'm using the Duolingo app,
Okay.
and I love it. And it's
Really?
a lot of
So
fun.
what is it? How does it work?
It's a learning tool that helps you learn French, but they do it in a way that's a lot of fun. It's almost like a video game, if you will.
Okay.
And
Oh.
I've done it for 61 days straight. I
Wow.
love it.
What can you say?
I can say a lot,
I'll put you on the
but yeah.
Good morning. How about
So absolutely, bonjour, bonsoir, all that. Jour. I'm learning a lot right now. Though I'm learning how the verbs work and like
that's a lot.
when to use set or set,
Oh, wow.
things like that.
I'm impressed. You have to
It's fun.
video yourself in Paris and having a conversation.
I'm going for the Olympics. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh my gosh, you're going to have so much fun.
Yep.
We went to the Olympics once, and it was life-changing. To
Really?
we were in Italy, and it was, and I would never have thought to go. It was actually Jamie's 18th birthday, and he really wanted to do it.
Nice.
And it's so, it feels so patriotic when you're there, because they'll see you walking in your USA gear, and they're like, USA, USA.
Yeah.
I would encourage anybody, if you get a chance to go, because I would never have thought it would have been such a fabulous experience.
Neat. Yeah, I didn't really think about it like that, but that.
Oh
would
my
be-
gosh, I know, I was surprised.
We're going to
gonna
Paris and Nice.
Okay, and Nice. What are you going to see for the Olympics?
Rugby.
Okay.
And then beach volleyball, which is going to be so cool because
Gosh.
it's set right up against the Eiffel Tower.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my-
Yeah. So my partner had put in over a year ago, entered a contest to win tickets to be the first to buy tickets,
Seriously.
and she won.
Oh
Yeah,
my.
and she kept it a secret
I
until
love
just a
that.
couple months ago.
Oh my-
and
You're gonna
surprised
have
me,
so
and I was
much
like,
fun
Yeah.
to go
looking
buy all
forward
your
to that.
USA gear.
Yep. For sure.
When do you guys leave?
We leave in July and we'll be back in August.
Oh, nice. What a great trip.
Yeah.
So how's the piano lessons going? I know you took that up too.
Right. It's a little bit more challenging. French really kind of caught my heart more, but I'm going to do both.
All right.
It's good for the brain.
It's very good for the
It's
brain.
very good for the brain. As you know, my mother has dementia, and so I'm just like, I have to do everything I can to keep my brain healthy.
Yep, that's smart.
Yeah.
That's good.
But,
That's great. Well, I'm proud of you for doing that.
Thank you.
You really went after it.
Yeah.
I didn't know about the French. That's super exciting.
It's awesome.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see your pictures. You guys are going to have so much. I mean, you're big travelers. You've been a lot of different places.
Yep. Last year we went to Singapore, Sydney,
Wow.
Auckland, and another little place in New Zealand. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Well, we don't have kids.
You're big travelers, though.
So
Yeah.
we want to just, go out and explore.
I'm gonna have to
We
live
have
through
2
you.
dogs, 3 cats.
Oh, I
That's
didn't
it
know
for
that.
the kids.
What kind of dogs do you have?
Just little, little mutts.
Uh-huh.
Went to PetSmart to get a cat litter box. Came home with 2 puppies.
Okay, that's really
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah,
And
they're
you have 3
super
cats.
sweet. Yeah, that was kind of a blended family
Okay.
thing.
How many were yours and how many were?
2 were mine, 1 hers.
Okay.
Yeah, the one that's hers is a 3-legged,
No.
6-pound senior citizen cat that is just a terror, believe it or not.
I believe it. We only had a
Yeah.
couple of cats, but that's amazing. And 2 dogs. What are
And
their
2 dogs.
names?
Ren and Riley,
Oh, cute.
and they're litter mates. Yeah, they're just,
Oh.
I've always had animals. My mom was always great about,
Okay.
letting me have animals. At one
Right.
time I had I think it was like 9 cats.
No way.
And I was
Michelle.
horrible with the cat litter box, so she made me like adopt them out, and it was like, I still yes, but it was
That's a
great.
lot.
So she would walk past my bedroom, and they'd all be sleeping on me.
Oh.
But then she was like, you know, I've warned you over and over about this cat litter box.
I know.
So
Yeah.
it was traumatic.
Do they each have their own box right now? A litter box.
Yes.
So we had a couple cats, and it seems like they had to have their own box or their own this or that. They can't cross over. And I was like, are you serious?
Well, the 3-legged one I was telling you about, that is a little terror. He is very finicky. So we have 4 self-cleaning cat boxes, another type of cat box. We're just trying to make him happy, because otherwise he's just like, well, I guess there's the wall.
Yeah, I'll go wherever. And when they get older. How old is he?
17, 18.
Yeah. Hannah's cat was like 20-something.
We really hope that doesn't happen. We want to remodel our house, but we can't. Everybody's going to be peeing.
No, there's nothing worse than that. There really isn't.
Yeah.
Well.
But I've always been an animal lover. When I was a little kid, my mom got me a horse.
Oh.
She was a single mom, you know, and she saved her money and surprised me at Christmas.
Oh my gosh.
I opened up a box, and it was a carrot, and I was just like, thank you. And she's just like, no, like there's more to this. I'd been taking horse lessons, and little did I know that the horse I'd been taking lessons on was the horse that she purchased for me.
Oh.
Her name was Amira. She was an Arabian.
Wow.
Yeah, my mom has always been amazing.
That's an amazing gift, because it's a lot of, it's expensive and it's a lot of care as well.
She always spoiled me, even though, again, like she didn't have much money. She always made it work.
She made it work.
Like when I was really little, she would, because she knew I loved Disney, and so she would do this thing.
I didn't know that about you.
Oh, I love Disney.
Oh, I didn't know that.
She would do this thing where, because she would work up Friday night until her shift was over. We lived in Tucson.
Okay.
And she would pack me and my brother and sister in the car and drive us all night to Anaheim.
No way.
And we didn't have much money, so we couldn't stay in a hotel 2 nights. So the first night we just kind of sleep in the car.
Yeah.
Back then you could actually go to the parking lot of Disney.
Okay.
You could just go there at any time. Yep. And then we'd wake up, and have breakfast out of the little cereal boxes.
Yep,
Remember those?
Yep, I still buy them for my grandkids.
And we
and
do
you can
that.
actually put the milk in them.
Yep.
Yeah, I love it.
Go into Disney, and this was in July, so it's always packed and hot.
Right.
And she would stay all day, through the electric parade. We could never eat there because, again, couldn't afford it. Had to go back out to the car, have the sandwiches that she packed for us, and then that night we'd stay like at a Motel 6.
Right, which was huge. To have a stay at a motel was so much fun.
It was so much fun.
It's so much fun.
And then we'd go to the beach on Sunday.
Oh my
And then she would drive back to Tucson. It's an 8-hour drive, and be back to work Monday morning.
You had a great mom.
Oh yeah. I mean, so that's what she instilled that into me. She's like, don't make excuses.
Exactly.
If you want to have something, exactly.
She made it work.
Make it work.
I love that about her. So of course I have to ask, what's your favorite Disney character?
It would have to be Donald and Tigger.
Okay.
I still remember the first time I cracked up like uncontrollably. I was like, I think in kindergarten it was, and I was watching a Disney cartoon where Tigger is bouncing through Rabbit's garden.
Yeah.
And I remember laughing so hard and not being able to stop and going like, what is this feeling?
It is. He is a great character.
Yeah, he is.
I love it. And Donald Duck.
Yep.
And what do you love about Donald Duck?
He just always had little.
Yeah.
But that was so fluffy. Yeah.
I love it. It's fun. It's fun to have that Disney, keep that in your heart.
It is. I'm going in May. I'm going to meet up with my older sister and her husband.
Oh, how fun is that?
Yeah, and so we're going to go and spend the weekend there. So it'll be fun.
That'll be awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you sharing all this with us.
Yes, thank you.
Learned a lot about you, Michelle, that I didn't know.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Well, thank you again for everything you do for the Planet family. We really appreciate it. You do a lot. You make a big impact for it. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.